Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gospel of Comics. I am your host of Church of Failure, and with me, as always, my trusty co-host, Eric McCartney. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I've been better, but it cost more.
Yeah. I know, I picked up the issue 2 of House of X earlier today, so I'm excited to dive into that tomorrow.
I did see that came out. I haven't picked my comics up today because my store did not pick theirs up for some reason. Yeah, they have to go by UPS and all this bullshit, and I'm not about it.
Wait, seriously?
Oh yeah. Yeah, UPS. Well, UPS delivers before they open, so if they didn't, they'd have to get them the next day anyway. But they just didn't make it by UPS because they were running late or some shit. It pissed me off.
It seems like poor planning.
Well, I mean, this is a comic store, and we're talking about planning. The guy literally
would get there early.
Well, the guy is literally living the dream right now. I don't know that. And not to denigrate my local comic shop, but I mean, let me just put it in perspective here. He's living any man's wet dream. I mean, he works around sports card and talks sports all day long. He went and got the cards. And made sure to have those fucking sports cards, but no comics. I have to disagree. I have to disagree with Melodati in the chat. Heidi O'Hyde is best waifu, the Invisible Woman.
Yes, but Margot Lane is a close second.
I mean, she's totally trad. She's a swell dame.
Yeah, and I bet she makes a mean pot roast.
Actually, from the Shadow movie, I don't think she's about that cooking life or that trad life. Really, I mean, she's an adventurer. Like she's not really good waifu material, but she does everything the Shadow tells her, including putting on a bulletproof vest and getting shot at. So
yeah, I mean, as long as she can, make a pastrami on rye decent enough,
good in your book. Yeah, and she'll put on the bulletproof vest and get shot for you.
Exactly. Every woman should be willing to put on a bulletproof vest for their man.
I disavow. That's a little too. That's a little too. I don't know, last gen Middle Eastern for me. There's a joke, but I don't think I can tell it on YouTube.
I mean, you can. We'll just get kicked off.
Yeah, Sue Richards would go invisible and hide. Anyway, got 4 episodes tonight. The middle 2 episodes don't have ads, so I may just let those play straight through. Instead of the normal 15-minute installments, it'd be 23. Look, man, I'm working with what I got here.
I miss the blue coal. We've had, the best few.
Well, you got to understand, we're not very long. Like, we're not very far into the Shadows run. Like, this is still early.
Good point.
Anyway, the first 2 do have ads, so we'll do our normal break when that happens, and then we'll see about running the middle 2. Or the first and last have ads, but the middle 2 do not. So. Anyway, without further ado. Let's go ahead and jump into this with the first episode aboard the steamship Amazon.
All right.
The Shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard. As haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost. As inevitable as a guilty conscience. The Shadow's true identity is known only to his constant friend and aide, Margot Lane. Today's story, aboard the steamship Amazon.
Randolph Todd.
Oh, come on over, Randy.
Join the party.
Hi, children. What's the celebration for?
Jane's been lucky. She's in the money. She gets right on the ship's run for the day.
Yeah, come on and join us. Can't let Jane take all that cash she wanted to Ricowana when we dock tomorrow.
Don't mind me. I just supply the money. What would it be, Randy?
Oh, nothing now, thanks. I'm looking for my stepmother. Anybody seen her?
Oh, sure. She's over there with Dr. DeVista. Oh, yes. See you later. Oh, say, we're going for a swim in the deck pool. Want to come along?
Not this afternoon, thanks.
Oh, I don't think you'll like us.
Hello, Mother. Afternoon, DeVista.
Sit down, Randolph.
Oh, thank you, Mother. Well, tomorrow we'll be in Ricowana. From there on, it's going to be one great big party.
Lower your voice, my son.
Oh, no one can hear us in this corner. Time for the hush-hush is almost over. Well, it will be short. Well, I hope your little revolution is half as much fun as smuggling those munitions out of the United States is then.
It will be more exciting, I assure you.
When the revolution is successful, you will be a hero, Todd. My countrymen will never forget what you have done for them. Oh, just as long as it's fun, I don't mind putting up the money.
But you will make a fortune also. The people of my blood will show their gratitude in practical ways.
You know, the more I think of it, the funnier it gets. The luxurious steamer Amazon on a pleasure cruise, with enough ammunition and guns down in its hold to overthrow 3 governments. Be careful, Tom. Oh, don't worry. Nobody knows about those boxes marked electric refrigerators.
No one but us and Hang Sui.
Yes. Your Japanese valet is more practical than you thought. He is interested in the money he is going to make. Sure. Well, Mother, tomorrow should be a great day for you.
Yes. To rule the land I was driven out of and exiled.
Yes, Larry. The general has promised you great power.
But,
What is it now, Tang Sui?
message come to stateroom. I bring a message.
It is a radiogram. Let's have it, Tang Sui.
Here, master.
Oh, that's all, Tang Sui. Oh, blazes, it's been cold.
Cold. Then it's from...
Headquarters, yes. From the general.
Oh, it may be important. We'd better decode it right away, my son.
Sure. No, not here, Todd. Oh, hardly. I'm not a complete fool, Doctor. Anyway, there's code books in my cabin. I'll meet you at dinner. Your stepson. The speech is all allowed. He does not confidential.
Randall, he is a fool.
But he will not be quite so gay if an accident happens. If he is stood against the wall and shot.
That would be unfortunate after the victim.
Yes, for him. But if he were, you coming to all his money, have you forgotten that?
No, my friend. I have not forgotten that.
Nice swim, Margot?
Fine, Mark.
Join me to walk on deck.
I'd love to.
I can see young Todd doing his famous jackknife with everything.
Now, Lamont, Randy's a nice boy. I've known him for years. A little too much money, but that's all.
And he travels around with a strange crew. His stepmother looks rather formidable.
Stop making deductions. You're on vacation.
See the devil. Hello, Tom.
Hello. Randy, what's the matter with you?
Very polite, wasn't
I never saw him act like that before. He was like a man in a day.
You look worried. You had bad news.
Bad news.
Yeah, since you noticed, he had a radiogram in his hand, stuck in his pocket. He saw it coming.
He certainly shot out of his stateroom in a hurry.
Yes, he wasn't really going anyplace. He stopped and standing there by the rail.
All by himself. That isn't like Randy either.
Margot, perhaps he needs help. Why not talk to him?
He wouldn't talk in front of you, Lamont.
All right, you go alone. How's that?
And if he does need help?
Maybe we can supply it. You wait up.
All right, I'll go over and talk to him. Nice day, isn't it, Randy?
What? Hello, Margot.
Randy, what's the matter with you?
Well, I'm in kind of a jam, Margot. Don't you worry.
What sort of a jam?
Oh, it's the worst darn mess
Suppose you tell me the whole story.
I can't do that.
Of course you can.
No. an awful coward, Margot.
Coward? Nonsense. What is there to be afraid of?
Oh, nothing.
Randy, I believe you are frightened. Are you in danger?
Margot, what would you do if... No, I can't tell anyone.
Tell them what?
Oh, please, leave me alone, Margot.
Randy.
Stop pestering me, will you? I can't stand it.
Randy, come back here. Randy! Shadow,
Yes, Margot.
you heard everything?
Yes, I was here beside you. Randolph Todd must have some cause for his fear. I think I must talk to that young man. Talk to him soon. And with Shadow.
Dr. DeVista, have you seen Randolph?
No, Maria.
I thought surely he'd be here dancing.
No, he did not even come to dinner. Aunt Louie is looking for him.
DeVista, there is something wrong. Let's go to the boys' club. Come.
Here is Aunt Louie now.
Humphrey, my stepson? My master has gone back to his stateroom.
Good.
Yes, wait. He walks up and down. Up and down. We must see about this. Please come, both of you.
That radiogram, Maria. Perhaps that is what upset him.
Here is the cabin, mister. Open the door.
Hello? Oh, it's him. Yes, Tom. It is Tom.
Shut the door, Humphrey. Yes, mister.
Well?
We thought you were coming to the dance.
No, I changed my mind.
Something better, master, maybe.
No, I'm all right.
Randolph, stop handling that old dagger and look at me.
I'm interested in this knife.
An ancient Indian knife, we know all that.
Randolph, we want to know why you are acting like this.
What did the general say in his radiogram?
The radiogram? Yes. What was the message? Oh, it's nothing important. It's just good wishes. Huh?
Really? May I see the message?
No, I tore it up and threw it overboard. You destroyed it? Yes, it wasn't important.
That message was from the general. We had a right to see it.
I'm sorry, I just didn't think.
Randolph.
What difference does it make? Hey, what are you all staring at me for?
Me think master lie. Comes to his right, Randolph. You're lying.
I said I threw the message overboard.
You're a poor liar, Randolph. Give me that paper.
I tell you, I...
Grab him.
Oh, look out, he stabbed the knife.
Hold him, Humphrey.
Don't say hold
Master, drop a knife.
Let me go. Twisty, some Twisty.
I twisty. Stop, drop a knife. Stop. Drop the knife, you fool. Tongue to his jiu-jitsu will tear your arm off. Good. Go through his pockets, Teresa. I'll pick up the knife.
Hold him, Twisty.
No worry, Tongue 300.
This won't get you anywhere.
Find the radio message, Doctor, and the code book.
Here it is. In the books. And it's decoded copy.
Read it.
Entire plan discovered by government. Blow up ammunition to prevent capture.
Master, lie.
Well, what if I did? Can't take that message seriously.
It is an order.
It's insane. Think of all the people on this boat. I won't do a thing like that. If you set off the ammunition, they'd all be killed.
What is that to us? Fool.
We followed the general. This isn't what I joined. This is mass murder. Innocent people. I didn't mind fighting in your penny ante war, but this...
You are a traitor to your people.
Your people, Secretary. Not mine. The passengers on this boat are my people. I won't let you slaughter them. I'll show up the whole scheme. You dare? Oh, watch me. Either you call the whole thing off or I go to the captain.
No, master.
You can't hold me forever.
Oh, you would betray. Enrique Guano, this is the fate of traitors.
Mother, put down that
Very
knife.
nice. It is for the traitors.
Ah, Maria. You threw the knife.
Second fall, Humphrey. Mister. Oh, well. He's dead.
Maria, this is murder.
Do not be a fool, Davista. We had to silence him.
You cannot hide a murder.
It is not murder. The knife is Randall's. His grip alone is on the handle. I threw it by the blade. My poor, distracted stepson killed himself.
Suicide.
Mistress is very wise. Yes, we shall say when they ask questions that we three left him alone and went to dinner. Later, in the dark, we shall carry out the general's command.
Explode.
Yes, my dear doctor. Blow up the ship.
Oh, hello, Margot. Hello, Mr. Cranston. This is Randy's cabin. He promised to throw a party at his last night on board, and he's walked out on us.
Doesn't answer?
No, and I'll bet he's sound asleep in there. Randy, you lubber, let us in.
I don't get anyone inside. Oh, Stuart, come here a moment. Yes, sir? Here, Mr. Smith. You know Mr. Sargent in cabin. He was for the last I knew. He's Alex said Todd didn't wish to be disturbed.
There, what did I tell you? I'm going to keep on knocking until he pays some attention. Oh, just a minute, Jane. Mr. Cranston has no idea.
Stuart, you'll pass key. Let you open the door for us. Well, no, sir, I don't know that. Of course you will. Mr. Todd's playing a joke on the young lady. We mustn't let him. No one will know. You'll let us in. Oh, thank you, sir. Off to the phone and fun, sir.
Oh, it's dark. Randy, where are you?
There's a light switch by the door, sir. Oh, yes. Here we are.
Lamont, he isn't here.
Oh, yes, he is, sir. Look, he's lying on the floor.
Well, come on, Randy, wake up. Lamont, now you can express it.
Is he? Randy Todd is dead.
Oh, my poor Randall.
I'm sorry, Mr. Todd.
Oh.
Stepson appears to have committed suicide. You're sure, Captain McKee? Yes, I'm sure, Mr. Cranston. There should be some reason for suicide, Captain. I am afraid our young friend was bored with life. He was ill and depressed when we left him before dinner. Exactly, Dr. Lister. I had the ship's doctor check the fingerprints on that knife. They all belong to the dead man. No one else has touched it.
If only he'd come to me.
You must not reproach yourself, Captain. Yes, Mr. Cranston? I met young Carl this afternoon. He seems worried about something. Yes, I, too, noticed that he was troubled. The question is, Dr. Lister, what was he worried about? Who knows? He was a moody youth.
Yes, poor boy will never know his reason.
Captain, Tom had a radiogram this afternoon. Missing now.
Randolph received many messages, Captain McKee, concerning the estate.
Did he show you this one, Mrs. Tom?
I never interfered with his affairs.
We're wasting time, Cranston. I think not, Captain. This message may have been important. Did you see it?
Don't know nothing.
I'll ask the question, Cranston. Very well.
You might ask Mr. Cranston how he knows the radiogram is missing.
Yes. How about that, Cranston? Todd was wearing the same suit when I found him, so I looked through.
You mean you searched the body?
Yes. Stewart is here as a witness. Well, I must say you've got your nerve, Cranston. Perhaps the suicide with a knife isn't very common, Captain. Now, look here, Cranston. It's bad enough to have a suicide on board without you trying to twist it into something worse. No one saw young Todd after his three traveling companions left him. I respect that.
Captain McKee, this is outrageous. Must we be badgered by this young man? I can't stand his manners.
I still say that's enough from you, Cranston. I'm merely tired. I've had more than enough of your impudence. Adam, take this Mr. Cranston to his stateroom and lock him up. Lock me up? Yes, I am holding you as a material witness. That's ridiculous. And Adams, yes, sir. Put a man on the deck outside Cranston's cabin window. He's to stay in his room. Yes, sir. Coming. I'll see you again, Captain. Very soon.
So am I the only one that's disappointed that the steamship isn't like an airship? Like, I was really hoping that the Shadow was going to get on some futuristic steampunk airship and be like in like some kind of chaos. But no, he's just on a boat.
Like a boat type airship with like a big balloon attached to it and like fan propellers on the back, sort of thing. Is that what you were picturing?
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII. You know.
Okay.
Just something. Sid Highwind floating around, using the fog, that kind of thing. Or Final Fantasy IX. You know, they had like a land boat. It would just kind of boat over land.
At least a ship floating on weather balloons. Something.
Yeah. No, it's just a boat. Why even call it a steamship? It's the Shadow's on water. Now they're going to lock him up, and he's going to figure out how to get out.
If it was an airship, though, you know, he would have had to, like, tie a rope around Mago and, like, dangle her over the edge for some reason to try and stop the bad guy.
Absolutely. Right, they called it Mist. Supposedly that's where the monsters came from or something. God, I missed that game. I should play it again. Only it didn't cost like $80 fucking to get a physical copy of it.
Goddamn.
Oh yeah, dude. All the old Final Fantasies are that old. Or that are getting expensive. I think even Final Fantasy IX's up to like $60, $50-$60 for a good copy.
Jeez. Makes me feel old.
Yeah, man, I remember buying that shit for $20, and $20 was a lot of money when I bought it.
Right?
God, $20 being a lot of money. Like, it makes me feel as old as the Shadow.
Right? I mean, I used to be able to fill my car up using a 20, plus have money to grab like a soda with it.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, now you get the things you need, and you put the change from the 20 in your tank, and you get by until tomorrow, where you have to do it again.
See, people make fun of my small cars, but $20 on gas will last me a decent amount of time.
Well, you also don't have pennies were still a thing. You know, that gets me into something. Like, why do gas prices always have to be at 9/10 of a cent? Never once have I gotten a 1/10 of a cent in change.
Hey, one time I filled my car up, came out to $20 even, and 6.9 gallons even. It was fantastic. I had to take a picture of that.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember people talking about siphoning fuel out of their vehicles when the gas prices went up by like a dime to $1.10 or some shit.
Well, see, that's why I prefer when my neighbor gets Shell gas instead of Mobil, because it tastes better.
Oh, yeah, I've heard there's more water in the QT gas. Let's not talk about Wawa.
Don't siphon gas, folks. That's bad.
Yeah, that's terrible. We should not do that. Siphoning is bad. Don't be Rama Rama. Anyway, let's get back to the steamship adventures and figure out how the Shadow gets out of being locked into the brig, essentially. Because he can turn invisible, but he can't phase through a fucking door.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the Shadow's hair-raising story to reach a thrilling climax, let me say something about a new kind of rainy day driving safety that may save your life. Because
Here, just go in that bag, Stuart.
I like you out.
Think that is all.
Smart idea, Mr. Sanctuary, packing ahead of time. Most people leave it to the last minute.
Both docks tomorrow.
Like you are, early in the morning. That was terrible, your boss, to start killing himself.
Most tragic. I'm sorry, very fond of young master.
Yes, very tough thing. I'll answer. That's funny.
Funny, what is?
Nobody at the door.
No one?
Passage is empty.
Never mind, Stuart. You can go.
Right you are.
Shut door, please. Stuart, I said go. Who laughed?
I did, Tang Sui.
You. Where are you? I cannot see you.
I am here beside you, Tang Sui.
Only voice.
Yes, Tang Sui. The Shadow is a voice. Asking for the truth. The truth about Randolph Todd's death.
Tang Sui know nothing.
Tang Sui lies. The Shadow knows. Where is the radiogram your young master got this afternoon?
I not know.
You are a wicked servant, Tang Sui. Where is the radiogram?
I did nothing.
Where is it?
Here in pocket.
Put it on the table.
Yes, Shadow.
Why was it taken? What does it say?
I give it to you. Now, go away, please.
No, Tang Sui, not until I know the truth. Was Randolph Todd murdered?
Go away, please, go away. Tang Sui did nothing.
Tang Sui, get away from that
No,
door.
leave me alone. I run. Nonsense, Tang Sui.
Such a wild story.
No, true. Tang Sui talk with Shadow. No, ma'am. Just Shadow. I don't believe it. It's true, Mr. Shadow take radiogram from Tang Sui.
The radiogram. You gave it to him?
You cow. Cannot fight Shadow. Cannot see. Fool. There is the answer to not seeing him. He hid in the fog. No fog in Tang Sui cabin. Well, we won't mind the fog a little later tonight. Doctor, you'd better shut the window. Look at the way the curtains are blowing in.
That's funny. There has not been a breath of air all night.
But the curtains were blowing just for a moment.
This man, the shadow, he may prove an obstacle.
How? He cannot know our plans or what is in the hold of the ship. Now listen, we are only about 10 miles off the Ricagana coast.
Section friendly to the revolution.
Yes, in the fog we can easily lower a boat and slip away. But this is a shadow. You and your close stories, counselor. He cannot do anything. He has radio message.
Only the copy in code. I destroyed the decoded copy. How can you read the message without the code book?
And you have the code book saved, Vista?
Of course, I have it on me.
Look in your pocket, Vista.
Huh?
What's that? Who spoke? Shadow. He's here.
Yes, my friend. The shadow is here.
Maria, the code book. It is not in my pocket.
I took
It is
it
gone.
from you, Vista. I took it. Now I can read the message that caused one of you to murder Randolph Todd.
Maria, if he reads that message.
Sir, he must decode it. By that time he will be too late. Come, we act at once.
Half speed ahead. Half speed it is, Captain. Very good, Miss Pearson. Keep her on the course and keep sounding that whistle. Yes, sir. Nothing like that. Blasted fog. Watch it doesn't get any closer to shore. There are shoals in there. Aye, sir.
Captain McTeague.
What was that?
I am here, Captain McTeague. Behind you.
Where? Get off the bridge. There are no passengers allowed up here.
Your ship is in danger, Captain.
Listen, whoever you are, get off the bridge. There's no danger. I've crossed the Amazon through many a fog.
The danger isn't the fog, Captain. It's below decks.
Below? Say, come out into the light so I can get a good look at
You
you.
cannot see me, Captain, but you must believe me. There are explosives in the hold.
You must be crazy.
There are munitions. Disguised. They're bound for revolutionaries in Ricaguana. The plan to blow them up.
Hey, who are you?
They call me the Shadow, Captain. Believe me, you must go below before it's too late. Randolph Todd knew about the munitions, too. That's why he was murdered. If
Murdered?
you don't believe that, Captain, at least go down into the hold. Go now. You will learn.
Mr. Pearson. Yes, sir. Take over. I'm going below. I want 2 men. Armed.
Get the top off that box.
Yes, Maria. Tansui, hand me that hatchet.
Yes, sir, yes.
Each one has the fusion.
Quickly, start tying up to the powder. If one box blows up, they'll all go.
Yes, and the ship with them.
What is it? Someone come.
Tansui, quick, switch off the light.
Yes, sir. Good. Cut on, sir. Everybody switch back. Don't turn them on till I give the word. Yes, listen.
Quiet. Black is pitch in here. Got your flag speeders? Yes, Captain. Find the light switch. If you ask me, this is the crazy...
Now, tongue straight.
Hey, who turned on those lights?
Do not move, Captain.
Got a gun, sir. So I see. Shows the woman.
And I am a good shot, sailor. Keep your hand up.
Mr. Todd and Mrs. Todd and Dr. Vista. Hey, what are you doing down here?
Good evening, Captain.
And young Todd's valet, too. Put down those guns. What the devil do you mean
You
by
do not command now, Captain.
That's mutiny?
Throw your guns on the floor, gentlemen.
I'll be...
You'll be dead if you don't. Throw guns.
What do you say, Captain? Go ahead, boys. Not much we can do now. Here's my gun.
The other, please, quickly. Line up facing the wall, gentlemen. Keep those hands up, Captain.
You don't expect to get away with this.
But we do. We will. There will be a certain loud noise, and you... But never mind. I'm sorry. Yes, listen. You will shoot the first man who turns around. Yes. Come back to the vista in a hurry. Bring the hatchet with you.
Yes, I am coming. You. What's your name? Tansui. What does she mean by a loud noise? Are there explosives in this hole?
Captain, no talk.
If anything happens to this ship...
One more word and Captain die.
I think not, Tang Sui.
Shadow! Let go! My arm!
Drop the gun, Tang Sui.
The man who pulled himself a shadow's got him.
Softly, Captain. Get the others.
I got his gun, sir.
Oh, let me go, Shadow. Let me go.
Wait, Captain, rush the others. They're laying a fuse.
Fuse! Grab your guns, men. Come on.
Let go, Shadow. Damn Sui, do nothing.
No, you don't like it. You just do it. It's practiced on you. On the others.
Grab your hand. Grab
No, Shadow. This is your doing.
No, Mrs. Todd, yours. The shadow merely helps the cause of justice.
Hey, these are munitions, all right. Look at that. Powder. High explosive shells. Have to blow the ship right out of the water.
That was their idea, Captain.
Well, I hope you three are satisfied. Smuggling, piracy, assault with a deadly weapon, sabotage. You'll spend the rest of your lives behind bars.
No, Captain, not all three. Kang Sui will die for the murder of his master, Randolph Todd.
No, I did not.
You will hang Kang Sui.
I tell you the truth, Shadow.
Don't you fool.
Be quiet.
The truth, Kang Sui.
Mrs. Todd, one time, Trucker's lady, she throw a knife by blade. Right, look out!
Get my hatchet, sir.
Oh,
We had to shoot them. The head is just missed Kang Sui.
oh, she bad. She murder master.
The woman is dead. Molly.
No, Captain. Mrs. Todd paid for her crime. She killed the stepson. She planned to destroy all the people on the ship. Instead, it was she who perished.
Peters and Johnson. Take Dr. Vista and Don Shoy to the brig. Come on. Shadow, I'd like to thank you. Who are you, anyway?
Just the shadow, Captain McTeague. I work in the shadows. Against crime.
You saved my ship. I feel the line should thank you publicly.
My power would be lost if I were known, Captain.
Well, the young man upstairs I owe an apology to. Lad named Cranston.
Really? Why?
Well, he sort of figured young Todd was murdered.
Mr. Cranston must be very wise. Now, Captain, I must go back into the shadows.
All right. So, who are you, Mr. Shadow?
Here's my address, my phone number, my driver's license.
A security card, proof, 2 forms of photo identification,
Yeah, my fingerprints.
electric bill.
There's a casted mold of my dick.
Don't tell anybody. I can trust you, right?
Random boat captain.
Yeah, no shit. I fucking Christ. I saw something on YouTube or something, Twitter, and apparently Donald Trump is losing some support because of his take on video games and all that stuff. And somebody had just posted that we're all screwed because of the personal information we've given to social media going into a data bank. Somebody was just like, we've all been fucked since we signed up for library cards. Don't bullshit me. And they're not wrong. I thought about...
Oh, no, not at all.
I mean, I had to get an ID number for a fucking library card, and it's the same as my ID number now. Fucking numbers followed me around for 30 years.
I mean, hell, I still have a library card.
Well, check and see if in your state they, the government doxed me. Check and see if your does yours have an ID number on it?
Oh, let me see. Let's see, did I move it to my new wallet yet? Might not have done that yet. This is exciting radio, folks.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's my Blues Foundation membership card. Where's my library card? What the hell?
I don't have any overdue books.
Not at the moment.
Motherfucker's probably still got a Blockbuster card in his wallet, for God's sake.
Hey, there's still a family video close by my house. I can still go rent movies like, back in the Stone Age.
There used to be a sandwich joint right next to a video place in my hometown, and I used to love going to get movies, not because I ever had any choice on that, but because I got the best meatball sandwich on earth every time we went to get a movie.
Nice.
Because I was
it's on my library card.
Oh, okay. They're right behind your
there's
AARP membership?
No, it was next to a Dunkin' Donuts gift card that I forgot about.
Probably check the balance on that.
Probably. But yes, there's like a barcode number thing on the back.
I don't know if the barcode's the same number, but my identification number for my first library, or for my library card when I was a kid, actually ended up being the same number on my driver's permit and my license.
Weird.
Yeah, they had already labeled us well before.
Nope, mine are different.
Let's see. Matt Christie's first is books and music, now video games. No, man, it's been video games since the fucking 90s. Don't you remember when they made everybody put the ESRB ratings on there? And then Columbine was video game, Marilyn Manson and Eminem's fault. Have you seen Marilyn Manson now? He's fat and acting in bad TV shows. Well, good TV shows.
Yeah, it's weird. But he's not like, I don't know if I'd say fat. He just, like, his face is, like, weirdly pudgy.
No, man, if you see him in Sons of Anarchy, he's fat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a prisoner in Sons of Anarchy, and he's literally a white supremacist in Sons of Anarchy.
My favorite is seeing Nicolas Cage and his son next to each other. It's one of the funniest goddamn things.
I've never seen that, I don't think. Try not to think about celebrities' children.
Yeah, someone posted it on Twitter or something, and it made me laugh.
They blame it on Marilyn and the heroin where the parents at. Yeah, that's pretty pertinent. That was the Marshall Mathers LP, I believe. Fuck, I'm old. I remember when it was risque to have that album because of the Columbine thing. Anyway,
apparently you're still not supposed to make school shooting jokes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, are we offline?
Well, I meant in public, it doesn't work to go up to a school and say to a girl at a bar and be like, "Damn, girl, is your ass a school? Because I want to shoot some kids up in it."
All right, well, you're fired. We've established that you're older than me, Matt Christie. We've established that, but I'm more of a boomer than you are, apparently.
Hey, I'm the boomeriest.
That's right. That's right. You're also still fired. What are you doing back here?
Yeah, you never took my key away.
So that's why they keep locking me up when I go to get on a plane. Makes so much sense now. Anyway.
Plus, I made a mold of the key so I can, make new ones.
Like you do. The next episode is it's 23 minutes because the ads are already cut out. So it is Murders in Wax. I believe I remember this one. It obviously has to do with the wax museum, but pretty good one. But there are no ads, so I'm just gonna let it play through instead of cutting into the middle of it like we used to do. See how that plays out. It's only 7 minutes longer than our normal run-through time anyway, so hopefully this will keep us a little closer to on track and schedule. So without any further ado, here we go.
The Shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard. As haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost. As inevitable as a guilty conscience. The Shadow's true identity is known only to his constant friend and aide, Margot Lane. Today's story, Murders in Wax.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to step inside and view the illuminating and educational exhibits that are the features of our waxworks. See Bluebeard actually slaying his 8 wives. See Custer's last stand. See the capture of George Keegan, public enemy #1, and many other thrilling, lifelike tableaux. The price of admission is only 1 dime, 10 cents. Our lecture is just starting, and if you hurry, you'll be just in time to witness the complete show on the inside. Step right up now. How many for the fees?
2, please. All right, how many? Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll just step over here to the next platform, I shall describe to you the details of the feature tableau of our exhibit.
Say, they look like real people, don't they?
Yeah, how do they make them?
With wax.
Gee.
This tableau is a dramatic reenactment of the capture of George Keegan, the notorious gang chief of Prohibition Day.
That's how I was.
He was arrested in the manner shown right here. No doubt you all recognize the figures of the brave men who personally led the police squad who made the capture. On the left, the wax figure of our own Mayor Lewis. Center, our District Attorney Armstrong. And right, Police Commissioner Weston.
Were they really there when Keegan was caught?
Sure he was.
George Keegan's arrest put an end to the wave of crime and lawlessness that gripped our city for a decade. He is now imprisoned in the state penitentiary for the rest of his natural life.
Gee, the girl in the tableau sure looks lifelike.
Yeah.
Well, ask him who she is.
Okay. Hey, Cap, who's that girl?
Just coming to that, brother. A little lady seated in the chair was Keegan's gun moll, Edna Kelly. She was with him in the hideout at the time of the raid.
Hey, look at that. The wax figure fell off the chair.
Don't get excited, folks. It's only a wax figure. I'll just set it up again and... Holy cats. It's real.
What?
It's a body. A dead body. A dead body of Edna Kelly.
Hey, it's really Edna Kelly.
Edna Kelly, how'd she get here?
She's been murdered.
Lamont, you do row beautifully, but if you don't pull a trifle harder on that right oar, we'll hit that rock.
Sorry, there we are. A little rusty on navigation, Margaret. This is my first rowboat venture in the park this spring.
I'm really enjoying it. I need a little fresh air and sunshine after that experience at the waxworks yesterday. That was pretty terrible.
How'd you ever happen to go to that place, Margaret?
Oh, well, I was showing the town to my cousin Jane from upstate. We passed the Waxworks Museum, and she insisted on going in. She'd never seen a chamber of horrors.
And she saw more horror than she bargained for.
Yes, and so did I. I'll never forget it.
Just what was that wax tableau like?
It was set in a replica of a furnished room in the house where Keegan was captured.
Yes?
The figures of Mayor Lewis, District Attorney Armstrong, and Police Commissioner Weston were grouped about Keegan and Edna Kelly.
Did anyone notice the figure of the Kelly girl was actually she until it fell from the chair?
No. The wax figures were so lifelike that no one suspected.
I see. Shall I row off the island?
Oh, that'd be nice. Lamont, whom do you think killed Edna Kelly?
Well, she was a gunman's girl. They're always the obvious suspects, her lovers, enemies, or even members of his gang who might be more comfortable with her out of the way, but somehow I don't think it was either of these.
Why, Lamont?
Doesn't it strike you that the substitution of the girl's body to the waxwork in such a spectacular fashion may have some deeper significance than a mere bizarre effect?
Oh, what do you mean?
It must have been the girl's connection with the other people represented in that group that motivated the murder in bringing her body there.
I don't quite understand.
My deductions are correct. The taking of Edna Kelly's life is only the first of a series of vengeful murders.
But, Lamont, if that's true, isn't there anything you can do to forestall her?
Perhaps I only knew a little more. If I only knew where the killer plans to strike next.
Surely the Shadow can find that out.
With your help, Margot, perhaps he can.
A fine bunch of detectives I've got in this department. You call yourselves a homicide squad? That's a laugh.
But, Commissioner Weston, we've combed this city.
Hogan, have you checked on the story of the museum proprietor?
Commissioner, you talked to him yourself.
Have you verified his statements?
Yes, Chief, they're solid.
The murderer entered the Waxworks Museum by a back door. It was found jimmied. After he put Edna Kelly's body in a tableau, he took the wax image of her outside and buried it under some trash in the alley.
Did you go over the image for fingerprints, Cardona?
Yeah, but we couldn't find anything.
Tell him about the face.
Oh, yeah, Commissioner. Funny thing, the face of the wax dummy had been sliced with a knife across the left cheek.
Why didn't you tell me that before? You know what that means as well as I do.
That's right. That's the mark of a squealer.
Yeah, but it couldn't have been any mob stuff. The probation report shows that Edna Kelly's been going straight ever since Keegan was sent away.
If you ask me, I think it was a lunatic that done it.
Yeah.
No sane guy had set a dead girl's body up for exhibition in that waxworks joint.
No, it looks to me like one of them love things. Some guy carrying a torch for Kelly. And
You're both wrong. It was no lunatic that committed that murder. And Edna Kelly hasn't gone out with anyone since Keegan started his stretch.
Then what, Chief?
Edna Kelly was murdered for vengeance by someone who wanted to settle a score with her lover, George Keegan. Keegan can't be reached in the big house, so they take it out on the girl.
And what about the mark of the squealer on the face of the wax figure?
That ties right in. That was the murderer's way of telling Keegan what he thought of him. Keegan has saved his neck by squealing on a dozen guys.
Say, that's right.
Yeah. Of course it's right. Cardona, first thing in the morning, I want you and Hogan to conduct a general roundup of every known enemy of George Keegan.
That won't do any good, Commissioner.
Hit the Shadow.
Where is he? Don't trouble to find him. Why are you here, Shadow?
To aid you in capturing the murderer of Edna Kelly.
What do you know about the case?
I know that you shouldn't be wasting your men's time rounding up possible suspects, while the real assassin is left free to strike his next blow.
Now, see here, Shadow. Don't tell me how to run my department.
Hold on, Weston. I have every reason to suspect that the placing of the Kelly girl's body in the wax tableau was intended as a warning of other deaths to follow.
Other deaths? You think there's going to be more killings?
Be quiet, Hogan. Tell me what you mean, Shadow.
I mean that the other people represented in that wax tableau are in danger of being killed, too. And they're the mayor, the district attorney, and you yourself, Commissioner Weston.
That sounds preposterous.
Not at all. My advice is that you act quickly. One of you may be at this moment in imminent peril.
Oh, come, Shadow. What possible motive could the murderer of the girl have for wishing to kill us as well? I think that you're... Excuse me. Hello?
Mrs. Armstrong, the district attorney's wife, wants to talk to you.
Put her on.
Hello?
Yes, Mrs. Armstrong. This is Commissioner Weston.
Oh, Commissioner, I'm dreadfully worried about John.
What's wrong?
Well, shortly after dinner, he went out. Said he might take a walk. Several hours passed, and he didn't return. I must have fallen asleep. And when I woke up a few minutes ago, he still hadn't come back. Oh, this isn't like John, Commissioner.
What time is it now?
It's after 2 a.m.
Well, now, don't be alarmed, Mrs. Armstrong. He's probably detained somewhere on business. I'll try to locate him for you and call you back.
Oh, thank you.
District attorney has disappeared.
Disappeared? Say,
well, Commissioner Weston?
You think, Shadow, that...
Yes, Commissioner. I fear that the killer has struck again.
Can't be.
If I were you, I would go to the Waxworks Museum. At once. You may arrive in time to stop this murderer from completing his monstrous work.
Here's the Wax Museum, Commissioner Weston.
Sergeant, take some men around to guard the back door.
Yes, sir.
Cardona, has anyone any keys to this place?
No, sir. We'll have to force the lock.
All right, go to it.
Okay.
I'll help you. Take it in there. Take it in there.
All right. Okay, all right. All right, there she is. Now, where's the light switch?
Never mind that. Use your flashlight.
Okay. Hey, kind of scary in here, ain't it?
Yeah, it gives you the creeps.
Hey, what's that?
Where?
That guy over there.
Got a knife. Don't shoot, you fool. That's one of the wax dummies.
Oh.
Now, where is this Keegan tableau?
It's right over here on the left.
Oh. So that's it.
Well, I guess nothing's happened yet, Chief.
Doesn't look like anything's been disturbed. That's the wax dummy of District Attorney Armstrong sitting down in a chair.
Sitting down? Hey, it seems to me his dummy was standing up the last time he was here.
What? Give me a lift up on the platform, quick.
Yeah.
You think it may be that? I don't know. Flash the light over here. Good heavens. It's Armstrong.
Is it really District Attorney Armstrong?
Yes.
Dead. Murdered.
And he was brought here just like the Shadow said he.
Yes.
Who did this thing, Shadow? Do you know? Who did it?
I'm not sure. But with your cooperation, Commissioner Weston, together we may bring about his downfall.
How?
I am positive now that either you or Mayor Lewis is the next victim marked to go. Guard yourselves well.
I'll attend to that, all right.
You'll hear from me soon, Commissioner. When the Shadow finds out who the killer is, he will be brought to justice.
I think it's quite evident now, Margot, even to Commissioner Weston, that the killers aim to do away with everyone concerned in that tableau.
Then, Lamont, you mean the mayor, the commissioner, and Keegan? They're the only ones left.
Exactly. Let me see, I should take a right turn here.
Lamont, do you believe these murders are the work of a madman?
Not at all. I think that whoever's behind all this is quite sane, Margot, quite sane.
What makes you say that?
There's some important civic figures in that group. Their removal would be highly advantageous to a political rival.
But surely political rivalry wouldn't be sufficient motive for these horrible crimes.
I wonder.
And besides the girl, Edna Kelly, how would she fit into that picture?
That's what we're driving up here to find out. There's the prison now.
A cheerful-looking spot.
I'll drive you up to the gate and let you out. I shan't go in with you.
Why not?
The warden, Mr. Driscoll, has never been a particular admirer of mine, a feeling which I reciprocate.
Why, Lamont?
Well, I had occasion to expose the graft-ridden conditions in this prison a few years ago. Naturally, that didn't make me too popular with Mr. Driscoll. Here we are. Now, remember what I told you?
I think so. I'm a reporter from the Daily Globe. I'm to ask for an interview with Edna Kelly's sweetheart, Keegan. And when I see him, I'll try to find out from him. Please tell me something, Mr. Keegan. The readers of the Daily Globe have sent us thousands of letters expressing their interest in your reaction to the tragic death of Miss Kelly.
I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Do you believe that the killing was executed by one of your enemies?
I wouldn't know.
You loved Edna Kelly, didn't you?
Hey, what are you giving out with, the Lonely Hearts column?
No. No, you see...
Lay off that love stuff.
But, Mr. Keegan, I was sent up here by my paper to get a human interest story from you. And after all... Well, you were fond of Miss Kelly. She was your girl.
My girl? Oh, no.
But
I'll tell you what Edna Kelly was. She was the same as any other dame, see? She was a double-crosser.
But I thought...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't mean that. Don't write nothing like I just said there. I get a little screwy sometimes when I think about what happened.
Oh, of course. I understand.
So, just don't write nothing, will you?
No, but what about this theory that she was slain by one of your enemies, Miss?
I wouldn't know.
I tell you, Lamont, he flared up so suddenly when I asked him if he really loved her. I was scared to death.
He called her a double-crosser, eh?
Yeah, but he regretted it the next second. He asked me to be sure and not write anything about it.
It's most interesting, Margot, and thank you for your excellent work.
But has what I told you helped you unravel any?
Greatly.
Well, what happens now?
I think that there are many more interesting facts to be learned there at prison.
Yes?
This evening, the Shadow shall pay a call on his old friend, Warden Driscoll.
Come in.
Can I see you for a minute, Warden?
What's the trouble, Carey?
Well, it's about Keegan.
Well, what about him?
Well, I put him in solitary like you told me.
Yes.
That was this morning I done that.
Hey, Carey, what are you trying to tell me?
Well, he ain't ate no food for the last 3 meals.
So?
So I was wondering if something should be done to make him eat. He just lays quiet on his bunk.
I thought I told you that no one was to go near Keegan's cell without my orders.
Well, I thought if he wasn't eating...
Harry, if you just perform your duties as guard around here and let the warden do the thinking, everything will be satisfactory.
Yeah, sure, Warden, sure.
And leave Keegan alone.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Good night, Warden.
Close that door after you.
Yes, sir.
Fool. Hello? Yes? Oh, yes, Mac. Oh, did he get away all right? Good. Yeah? Uh-huh. Well, get him back here before daylight, no matter what happens. Yeah, okay.
Tell him I hope he does a good job. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Now, goodbye.
You seem to be quite amused, Warden Driscoll.
Huh? Hey, what? Who's that?
Won't you share your little joke with me?
Carrie, are you outside that door? Is that you talking? Carrie, if this is your idea of something funny...
This is not Carrie.
Well, who are you?
I am the Shadow.
The Shadow?
Yes, Warden.
Well, why are you here? What do you want with me?
I came in when Carrie left. I overheard your phone conversation, Driscoll. It was very interesting.
Really?
Yes. I'm more than curious to know who you were talking about.
Now, listen, Shadow. What business have
It
you...
wouldn't have been George Keegan.
Oh, now, see here. I have had enough of this.
Wait, Warden. I wouldn't advise you to leave until we've finished our conversation.
Well, what are you after, Shadow?
I am seeking the murderer of Edna Kelly and District Attorney Armstrong.
Well, why look here?
Because this is where he is to be found.
Who do you mean?
George Keegan.
Keegan? Oh, that's preposterous. How could a man in prison for the rest of his life suddenly commit 2 murders in a city 50 miles away?
Very simple, Warden. You just go there.
Are you inferring that Keegan has escaped?
Oh, no, nothing as crude as that. But if he were allowed to, shall we say, take a leave of absence for a night.
Keegan has never left these buildings.
Where is he now?
In his cell.
Oh, no, he isn't. I investigated before I came here. And his cell is empty.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. I forgot. He's in solitary confinement.
You mean his cot is stuffed with pillows to make it appear as if he were in solitary confinement?
Ah, that's not true.
I'll tell you where George Keegan is. He's on his way to the city right now to add another link to his chain of cold-blooded murders. He's gone there with your full knowledge and consent.
No.
It would be a great political advantage for you to have the District Attorney Armstrong, the Mayor Lewis, and Commissioner Weston out of the way. Wouldn't it, Warden?
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
It's an easy thing to prey upon the susceptible jealousies of a man like Keegan until you've goaded him into carrying out your evil wishes.
You can never prove what you're saying.
I haven't time to right now, Warden. The lives of the mayor and the commissioner are at stake unless I'm able to stop Keegan. I shall present more than enough proof necessary to implicate you to the district attorney's office in the morning. So you'd better think hard and fast, Warden Driscoll. Margot Lane. Calling Margot Lane. Telephone Police Commissioner Weston immediately. There's no time to lose. Tell him that tonight both he and the mayor are in great danger. Even now it may be too late. If they do have time to follow up my instructions, tell them that they must follow my instructions.
All right, Mr. Mayor. Stay sitting at that desk and keep your back to me. I got a gun here. Don't turn around. Just listen. I'm George Keegan. Remember me? You was one of the heroes that made the pinch when I was picked up. You must remember. Why, they even got a little statue of you and me down at the Wax Museum. Now do you know? You'd better know, Mr. Mayor, 'cause I'm sending you down personally to take that statue's place. Well, why don't you say something? Are you scared to talk? Where's all that fancy gab that you hand out at banquets and meetings? Come on, speak up. Come on, what's the matter with you? Speak up, will you? All right, then you'll get yours just the same. Looks like I just brought about a special election. Now, Mr. Mayor, I'll just take this corpse of yours down to the museum and then... Hey, what's this? This ain't nobody. The dummy, your plant. What?
You've gotten your targets mixed, haven't you, Keegan?
Who's that?
Aren't you surprised to find yourself shooting at a wax dummy?
Come on out in the open. Who are you?
I'm right here with you. I am your shadow.
Come on, can that phony talk? What are you, a copper?
No, just your personal nemesis, Keegan. Now, I'd advise you to drop that gun.
Not a chance.
Close in on him, Commissioner Weston.
Wait. Up with your hands, Keegan.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Take that gun away from him.
Hey, Chief.
This is your waxworks murderer, Commissioner.
Thank you, Shadow.
You guys ain't got nothing on me.
How did you get out of jail,
I
Keegan?
flew out the window.
With the help of Warden Driscoll.
Is this true? Did Driscoll aid you in these crimes?
Driscoll wasn't in.
Who's that? Ah, I see you caught him. Good work, Commissioner.
Hello, Warden Driscoll. What brings you here?
This man, Keegan, escaped from my prison tonight. And I learned that his purpose in leaving was to make good a threat he'd made on the life of our mayor.
Hey, what is this baloney you're throwing out, Warden?
Yeah, quiet, you. I've just learned that this isn't the first time he's got out either.
A very good story, Warden. Only I think that George Keegan could tell us a different one.
Shadow, you here?
Yes. And I sort of expected you'd come too, Warden.
What's this all about, Shadow?
Perhaps Keegan can explain that to you, Commissioner.
How about that?
Listen, I ain't no squealer, see? But that warden ain't telling the truth, not one bit. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Commissioner, what is this all about? Am I being placed under suspicion here in the testimony of a shadow?
Just a minute, Warden. What are you holding back, Keegan?
I can answer that for you, Commissioner Weston. Keegan is shielding the warden as the real instigator of the Waxworks murders.
That's a lie.
He wanted you all of the way, Commissioner, so he employed Keegan as his instrument of murder.
Don't listen to him.
Go on, Shadow.
But first, he had to give Keegan sufficient incentive to perform these crimes, so he went to work on his emotions, his jealousy.
How?
He told Keegan that his girl Edna Kelly had been double-crossing him, right along. Keegan, this was a lie.
Huh? What, do you mean she was on a level?
Absolutely, Keegan.
Why, Driscoll, you
Hey,
dirty...
look out, he's got another gun.
Hey, don't.
Go on. Go on, roll in pain. Just like Edna done before she died. That's right. Try to talk. That's what she done, too. And I laughed at her. I laughed at her. Laughed at her, that's what I did.
Take him away.
Laughed at her.
Driscoll is dead, Commissioner. Well, perhaps that's for the best. Oh, Shadow. Are you still there?
Yes, Commissioner.
I want to thank you heartily for this night's work.
I seek no credit, Commissioner. However, I have a suggestion for you.
What's that?
If the Wax Museum decides to create a new tableau depicting this present event, it might be wise for you to arrange to be excluded from it. It gives people ideas.
All right, so everybody good with that? I mean, I'm sure you didn't have to hear us, so that was probably better.
And my degeneracy.
Yeah, your degeneracy. That's self-explanatory. I'm gonna put a tweet out real quick, let everybody know.
That's right, Melodati. Everybody should buy Blue Coal, the world's finest anthracite. Yeah. Hope everybody's having fun with this. A little bit. We're both exhausted, so a little bit lower energy show than usual.
He's exhausted. I'm tired, but I'm going through the old time radio catalog that I have here, and I'm looking at the massive amount of Sherlock Holmes and going,
I do love me some Sherlock Holmes.
There's Sherlock Holmes, there's Superman, there's Blue Beetle. I mean, there's all kinds of shit we can listen to.
I mean, hell, we could probably just have a stream going 24 hours a day, and we just pop on every now and then.
I mean, that's what Peppa Pig does, and that thing gets views.
You know, Monday through Friday, you just get, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. My
those days just
my internet company would shut that shit down real quick. You went from using about 7 to 10 gigabytes a week to using 500. We're going to need you to buy a better package.
See, and that's when you just whip it out and drop it on the table and be like, I got the perfect package right here.
That's right. That works in government buildings.
It doesn't?
Oh, wait, it's not a government building, really, is it? I mean, I guess it is.
Right.
They're a monopoly in my state. or in my town. So
Yeah.
it's essentially a government building.
I mean, you've never gotten out of a ticket by doing that?
Well, I mean, one time, but I got into a whole nother mess that I won't get into.
Fair enough.
So, like I said, these 2 episodes, they don't have any ads cut into them, so I'm just going to let them play through. This one's about it's about a minute longer. It's about 24 minutes long. It's subtitled Revenge of the Shadow, but the actual title of the episode is The Message from the Hills. So, call it what you want to. Revenge on the Shadow and a Message from the Hills. Assault with a friendly weapon. I think only if you're assaulting yourself with it.
Well, as long as it's consensual.
Done with you.
The Shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard. As haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost. As inevitable as a guilty conscience. The Shadow's true identity is known only to his constant friend and aide, Margot Lane. Today's story, The Message from the Hill.
Hand me that map, Jake.
Okay, boss. Spread it out on the table, Jordan.
Okay. Now, let's check the whole thing once more.
All right. Now, here's the bloomin' desert island we're camped on right now.
Yeah? It ain't so much bigger than that dot at that. Oh, shut up, Jake. And here's Swaneo Island.
Righto. There's Mount Raleigh and that blessed diamond right smack in the middle. See, Jake? 3 weeks from the coast and Governor House by trail. Isolated, you might say.
All right, Limey. Is our plane in good shape?
Top hole.
You're sure you can find that mountain?
Well, I've flown up there often enough.
Limey, we don't want to get tangled up with the mining company's plane.
We won't. The plane goes up from the coast on Friday, comes back on Saturday. We pays our little visit to the diamond mine in between.
You're sure they ship the diamonds out every 3 months?
Listen, George. I've worked with those fat-headed birds for over a year. I know.
Well, looks foolproof to me.
And there's enough diamonds in one of them shipments to keep us all like aristocrats.
The rest of the native boys in good shape, Jake?
Yeah, boss. Cream of the South Seas.
They can fight?
They may have to. That bastard Major White's what's the chief? He's a tough old bird, he is.
We'll take care of him.
Wonder what he'll say when he sees me again.
Well, why worry? He won't talk long.
What do you mean, boss?
I mean that when we get through and ready to leave, we'll wipe out every one of the white men.
That's the ticket, Jordan. Don't leave no witnesses. They'll all be corpses.
Here we are, Miss Lane, at the Mount Raleigh Diamond Mine. Nice landing, Rick, here. Thanks awfully, Mr. Cranston.
Oh, here comes a nice-looking boy to greet us.
It's Ned Fenton, the assistant superintendent of the Diamond Mine. Hi, Ned. Visitors for you.
Well, this is jolly.
Miss Lane, may I present Ned Fenton?
How do you do?
How do you do?
And Mr. Lamont Cranston, Mr. Fenton.
How do you do?
Very glad to be here.
It's lovely here on your mountain top.
Glad you like it. Let me help you down, Miss Lane.
Oh, thanks.
Here you are. I suppose this is one of the few really secluded places left on the Earth's surface. I imagine it is. By the way, Ned, where are the others?
Well, Major Whiteside's off in the hills with the 3 junior engineers. See them all at mess tonight. Leave the mail sack there, Ricky. Tenga will haul it in.
By the way, how is Tenga? Still down in the mouth?
Frightful, poor old chap.
Where's Tenga?
And what's the matter with him?
Oh, Tenga's our houseman, butler, cook, and so on. He's mourning for his son who lives on a small island about 1,000 miles from here.
Poor fellow. When did he hear?
Months ago. Same night he thinks the boy died.
But I thought you had no wireless station here. No, we haven't.
Then...
Tenga's wife told him by telepathy.
Told him? You mean he believes his son dead because of a mental message sent by telepathy?
Yes, ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, come now, Mr. Cranston. You don't believe this rot. Frankly, I don't think it is all rot. I believe when two minds are in tune, sometimes they can communicate.
Across 1,000 miles of ocean.
The ends of the earth.
Oh, after all...
Don't laugh too loudly, Mr. Fenton. Your disbelief might get a rude shock if you stay in the Orient long. You can never tell what strange things may happen today, tonight.
Confound the fellow. No good lately.
We heard about his mourning for his son.
To be sure. You know, I've told Tinker there can't be any truth to his notion, but that doesn't alter his belief.
Excuse me, sir. Here comes the old man now.
Yes, Master Whiteside. You call?
Have our coffee now, Tinker.
Yes, Master. I bring it.
A fine old type. A chieftain, I imagine, his own island.
I can't say, Mr. Cranston. Tinker's a good houseman. That's all I know about him.
Major, Ricky tells us that on his flight next week he takes out your quarterly shipment of diamonds.
Yes. Sending off a sizable packet of the stones. They accumulate in 3 months.
Isn't it risky letting them accumulate? I should think crooks might be tempted to lie in wait and pound.
Oh, nonsense, Cranston. Takes 3 months to reach us by train.
Shouldn't they take a hint from you and use a plane?
Can't see how. There's no plane but ours the whole island. None nearer than Australia, I should fancy.
Major.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I'll take a squint at my mail from the office.
Oh, of course. You other boys must want to read yours, too.
Thanks awfully, Miss Lane. There is one from home I'm aching. Well, by Jove.
Anything wrong, Major?
No, nothing wrong. Just deuced odd, that's all.
I bring coffee now, Master Whiteside.
Oh, yes. Tinker.
Yes, Master.
I have a letter from the office. Message for you in it. The fact of the matter is, your wild guess was right. Your son did die a month ago.
Oh, no.
Yes, Master, I know. Tinga's wife tell him boy dead.
I say, Tinga, we're awfully sorry.
Thank you, Master Ned.
Well, that'll be all, Tinga. We'll help ourselves. You may go.
Yes, Master. Tinga, go.
Oh, fancy that now. I said that in the East the unbelievable always happens. Now, will you excuse me? I think I must speak to Tenga, sir.
Well, whatever for?
I'd like to give the old man a few words of consolation.
Oh, I say, that won't do. We never have personal dealings with the natives, Cranston. Bad for discipline, you know. I'm afraid I must ask you to refrain.
Why, naturally, Major, if you wish. Margot, supposing you and I go out and look at the moon.
Why, of course, Lamont. Lovely tonight.
I'll open the screen door for you.
Well, what do you think of the Major, Lamont?
Fine example of a ruler in the empire on which the sun just doesn't set.
Not very nice of him forbidding you to speak to Tenga.
Oh, I don't mind. At least he can't forbid the shadow doing so.
You mean you'll go to Tenga as the shadow?
Yes, Margot. Yes.
But Lamont, you'll scare the poor old man silly. Lamont, where are you? Speak to me.
It's all right, Margot. I'm on my way to talk to Tenga as the shadow. Do not be afraid, Tenga.
Why should Tenga fear?
Many fear the shadow because they cannot see him.
The shadow is strange magic. Tenga not understand. But an old man whose son has gone down in the land of dead fears nothing anymore.
The shadow weeps for you.
The tears of friend are balm to the heart.
Is not your sorrow greater tonight because the letter has come making your son's death certain?
No. Tenga need not white man's foolish letter.
The white major does not understand how you could communicate with your wife across the waters.
White men do not know wisdom and magic.
Some white men know.
That may be. I do not know.
You do not question the shadow. You do not ask where I come from.
No. The young and foolish question. The old take what comes.
Soon I shall be gone. Far away toward the sea. But Tenga, though I am far off, I will still be your friend.
Then our souls will speak to each other again when we are troubled.
Yes. For when two spirits are in tune, the waters of the earth, the many miles of forest, do not part them. They can still meet and speak.
Miss Lane, Roger backed down and paid for every one of the cows.
Oh, how interesting, Governor.
Yes, must tell that yarn to Cranston.
Yes, indeed. Why, that's funny. I thought he was dancing with Lady Brainford.
No, I saw him going to the garden a moment ago. Your friend's a very restless chap, isn't he?
Not ordinarily, Governor, but I must confess that he certainly has been jumpy this evening.
Perhaps the flight back from the hills upset him.
Oh, I don't think so, Governor. Well, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll go and try to find him.
Certainly, Miss Lane.
Lamont! Lamont Cranston!
Oh? Yes? What is it?
It's I, Margot Lane.
Oh, you Margot.
Yes, what are you doing down here on the beach by yourself?
Margot, shh. Listen.
Listen. I can't hear anything.
Nothing at all?
But there's the waves lapping on the shore. There's nothing else to hear.
But there is, Margot. You just interrupted a very interesting conversation.
Interrupted? But Lamont, there's no one here for you to talk to. Who was it?
Tenga.
Tenga? You mean that old native up at the mine?
Yes, Margot.
But it doesn't seem possible. He's 100 miles away.
In the Orient, Margot, many strange things happen. All evening I've been restless. I had the feeling someone was trying to speak to me. I came out here to put myself in a receptive mood.
Well, what did Tenga say, Lamont?
Your coming disturbed me, and the contact was broken.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. And just as you called out, Tenga spoke of danger. Yes, something to do with the Mount Raleigh diamond mine. Establish contact with him quickly. Sit down here beside me.
Yes, Lamont.
Now, clear your mind, Margot. Think of Tenga. Think of the hills about the mining camp. Listen.
Shadow.
Ah. There. Can you hear him now?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Master Shadow. Master Shadow. Tenga calls you, Master.
I can hear you, Tenga.
I can hear too.
Tenga, speak. Tell Shadow. There is danger?
Yes, Shadow. White men come to mine. Make war.
White men? Strangers?
Yes, Shadow. Bad white men. Come rob. Come kill.
Where did the strangers come from?
Bad white man come in big skybird.
An airplane?
Yes. They come with gun. Money gun. They want rob stones from mine.
Yes, Tenga?
Master White Stone, fix skybird.
Fix the plane? How, Tenga?
Fix so no cannot fly. Bad white man shoot master for this. Kill him.
How horrible.
Tenga, how many bad white men are there?
Many as fingers on one hand, and 3 more.
8.
They say, kill Master Net, kill Tenga, kill everyone. Native boy, fear, run to hills. Bad man lock masters in house. Tenga call, Shadow, bring help.
Yes, Tenga, yes. The Shadow will bring help.
Hurry, Master Shadow. Come quick. Hurry. Hurry.
He's gone. Come, Margot, quickly.
What can you do?
Those bandits are stuck up in the mountains. Major Whiteside wrecked their plane. They can't escape. But they killed Whiteside. We must hurry before they kill all the others. Governor, you've got to listen to me. I tell you, I know.
Ridiculous, Mr. Cranston.
Governor, your friends, those men in the hills, they may be killed.
My dear Miss Lane, it's impossible for you to know anything about what's going on up there. Impossible.
I told you, Governor. Tenga spoke to us.
Please, Mr. Cranston, you can't ask me to believe that.
Yes, it's true.
I heard Tenga too, Governor.
Pure imagination, my dear.
Give me a plane and some armed men, then we'll find out if it's imagination.
The plane, Mr. Cranston, is for official business only. Not for any silly joyride.
But it isn't silly. Tenga called us through mental telepathy, the oldest wireless in the world.
Now, Cranston, I think I've listened to this cock and bull story long enough. I'll get back to my guest.
Just lend me the plane first.
No, I won't lend it to you. Now put a guard around it in case you have any crazy schemes about grabbing it.
But, Governor, these bandits...
The bandits, my dear, are creatures of Mr. Cranston's imagination, nothing more. Please excuse me. I must give my orders to the guard.
You may regret this, Governor.
I doubt it, Mr. Cranston. If you ask me, you'd better consult the doctor. Such as a son, no doubt.
Oh, Lamont, what can we do?
Do, Margot? We're going up to that mine.
But how?
We're flying, taking the plane.
But you heard the governor. He's putting guards around the plane.
Guards, Margot, have never yet managed to stop the Shadow.
Say, Corporal,
What is it?
sitting in this hangar guarding the plane, ain't it kind of silly?
It ain't for you to question the governor's orders.
No, sir. Well, who's going to meddle with the plane?
Never mind that. Orders is orders.
Oh, yes. Hey, someone's opening the small door.
Who's there?
Don't see anyone.
Tain't no one, I guess.
Maybe the wind blew the door open and shut.
Wind, there's no sign of it, Breeze.
Oh, maybe whoever it was saw us and stayed outside.
Just keep your eyes on that plane.
Yes. Hey, Corporal, look at the hangar door.
Well, it's sliding back.
Yeah, nobody's near it.
Who's there? Entree, say I'll shoot.
I'm afraid you can't hit anything, soldier.
Who's spoken?
It's spooks.
Yes, my friend, something like that.
I'm getting out of here.
Blimey, this ain't regulations, you know.
Leave before it's too late.
Yes, sir, I'm leaving.
Lamont!
Come on, Margot. Coast is clear. Hurry.
Oh, those poor soldiers. They're still running.
Get in, Margot, before they come back.
Yes, I'm with you.
I'll run her right through the open door. Take off.
All right.
Shut the door.
Yes.
Thank heaven this plane's got an automatic starter.
Hurry.
Strap your belt. Here we go. Now, Margot, here we are at the mine.
Oh, I hope we're in time, Shadow.
Here come some men now. They heard the plane landing.
They're strangers, and they have guns.
No doubt they're the robbers. The plane's a surprise to them.
Yes.
There'll be another surprise later. They'll be hardly expecting the shadow.
No.
Now remember, Margot, you're alone. No one on the coast suspects what's happening here.
I'll remember. Be careful, Shadow.
Here they come.
Don't move.
Hi.
Come on, now drag that pilot out of here, Jake.
What's the matter?
Hey, boss. It's a woman.
What is this? What's the matter? I don't know you.
Here, let me in there. Why, a girl. Alone. Yeah, look. Hey, what are you doing here, sister?
Well, please, put down that gun.
Answer my question.
Well, I borrowed the plane and flew up to see a friend, Ned Fenton.
Well, your friend ain't receiving, sister. But thanks very much for the plane. Bring her out, Jake. Sure. Come on, babe, and keep those pretty paws up.
Very well.
There she is. Now, come on, miss. Jump down here.
This is a hold-up, isn't it?
You catch on quick. Limey, can you fly this crate? Sure, easy.
But I used up all the gas.
There's gas over in that shack, Limey. Fill her up. We'll bump off the rest of these mining guys and get out of here. I'll get the gas right away. All right, Jake. Bring the dame. I want to talk to her. Okay, boss. Come on, you.
Coming. Let go of my arm.
Come on, get over here.
So the plane was welcome, was it? I doubt if its invisible passenger will be. No, you killers. You will not like the shadow.
Hey, you. Bozo, what's your name?
Tenga.
Yeah? Well, Tenga, the boss says to get him a couple of drinks. Fast, you hear me?
Tenga here.
Scram. Pep it up.
Pigs.
Tenga.
Who called? The shadow?
Yes, Tenga. I am here.
Shadow come to save Master Ned and White Master?
Yes, Tenga. The shadow promised when he spoke across the mountains. He is here to help.
Yes, Shadow.
Tell me, where have the bandits put Master Ned and our other friends?
They locked in room main bungalow. Chief of robbers in room outside with gun.
Take him the drinks he orders, Tenga. The shadow will follow you into the room.
Yes, Shadow. Drink ready. Shadow come?
Yes, Tenga. But do not speak to me with others near.
No. Tenga knows. Shadow stay hidden.
Lead the way, Tenga.
They are In here, Shadow.
Hey, Tenga, what are you whispering about out there?
Nothing, Master.
Who are you talking to?
No one, Master. See, no one here.
Yeah? Well, come on in here with that bottle.
Don't grab the poor old man like that.
You keep quiet, sister. Hey, boss. The old guy must have money in the bank. He was talking to himself.
Tenga, go now.
Okay, beat it. And don't hang around outside. If we catch you trying to help those English guys, I'll slit your throat.
Tenga, go.
How long do you expect to keep me here?
Just as long as we want, sister. Maybe we'll take you along when we leave, as hostage.
I'd rather stay here.
There won't be nothing left here, lady, but stiff. Hey, look, sister. You see that little package on the table?
Yes?
Well, that's got enough diamonds in it to make us all rich.
Sure.
Hey, well, what is it, Lammy?
I got bad news.
Did you fill up the plane with gas?
That's just it. While I went for the gas, somebody monkeyed with the works. All 3 motors.
Hey, what goes here? Hey, you, sister. Are you trying to pull a fast one on me?
Don't be ridiculous. I haven't been near those motors since I landed.
That's right, boss. We've got to fix them motors.
I don't know. But we got to find those missing parts if we're going to get out of here.
Well, how about taking parts from our plane?
There's nothing left to take. Old Major Whiteside went to work on our motors with an axe.
Hey, wait a minute. I'll bet one of them guys in the next room got out and did it. Oh, how could they? With 2 guards outside the window? Jake, you go with Limey and try to find that stuff. And leave the machine gun on the table.
Okay, boss. Come on, Jake.
Now, listen to me, sister.
Yes?
Was there someone hiding here beside you in the plane? Someone hiding?
I was not hiding, Jordan, but you could not see me.
Who said that?
I am the Shadow.
Shadow? Well, where are you anyway?
Here, Jordan. Here in the shadows. But you cannot see me. Your plan to steal the diamonds has failed.
The devil it has.
Look. Look on the table.
The diamonds. They're gone.
I've taken them, Jordan, just as I took the parts from the motors in the plane. You cannot escape.
Shadow, my friends are locked in this room.
Get away from that door, doll, before I throttle you.
No, my friend. Let the girl go.
Oh, Shadow, you...
I knocked him out, Margot. Now I must leave things in your hands. I cannot reveal my presence here as the Shadow to our friends. But I will be here watching in the shadows. Now, unlock the door and let our friends out. The key is in the lock.
Yes. Hurry, men. Come on out.
Lane, how in the world?
Never mind that. Hurry. Take the machine gun over there. You must arm yourself.
There's plenty of guns in the closet there.
Jordan, the leader's lying there unconscious, but the others are still free and dangerous.
Righto. Let's have that Tommy gun, Miss Lane. We'll give them a reception. Miss Lane, you better go in the next room there. There'll be bullets flying in here.
All right.
Hey, boss! Hey, boss! We can't find him.
Hey, Jake, throw up your hands.
What is it?
Hands up, I say.
Not me, you... Hey, Daddy's got a pistol.
Yes, that's for Major Whiteside. Now, come on, fellows. Let's get the others. All right, come on.
Shadow, are you still here?
Yes, Tenga. I'm here.
Then you see Master Ned kill Badman?
Yes, Ned had no alternative. They tried to fight. Look through the window, Tenga. Another bad man die. Others fly towards jungle.
They go also to their death. Listen.
Native drums. Ah, Tenga. I understand.
Yes, Master. Boys in jungle know these white men bad. They glad to kill them.
Their leader, Jordan, there, will live only a little longer. And then he will die at the hands of the authorities. He planned well, but he forgot one thing.
Yes, Shadow. He forgot Shadow and Tenga speak together no matter where he is. No matter where I am.
Yes, Tenga. And he forgot crime always brings its own penalty. No matter whether justice is brought about by means of mental telepathy, recognized detective forces, or the Shadow.
So how about those accents, folks? That wasn't insensitive at all back then.
No, not at all.
I was also looking. There's a radio show apparently called Fu Manchu, which, the main reason that they won't reprint Detective Comics number 1 through 26. All the orange, yellow Asians in them.
I mean, it's interesting, though, that, Tonka comes from a long line of radio personalities.
What are you talking about? It was him. See, in the not-so-distant future, Tonka builds a time machine to go back in time to be relevant because he understands how radio works, but they still make him actually do something besides dead air.
Okay. See, I figured it was either that or he did some sort of rain dance type thing that made him live really long.
No, but that very well could have been his Asian cop dad. But in any event, that was Message from the Hills. The Shadow is never hiding. You just can't see him because that's totally how that works.
Well, yes, he clouds the men.
Their minds. Now, what I want to know is, can Margot can't see him, right? Why would he cloud Margot's mind? She would need to know where he was at any. Well, I guess her looking his way would throw him off. Maybe he'd taken a bullet from Margot before. I tried to let you see where I was, but then you kept looking in my direction and got me shot. Put on this bulletproof vest, Margot.
Don't look at me, you broad.
Put on this bulletproof vest, Margot.
So, any female viewers out there right now, we would greatly appreciate if you would put on a bulletproof vest for us, and then tag us in a selfie with it.
I disavow.
No, see, whoever has the best bulletproof vest selfie will get. Let's see.
There's nothing you can offer to solicit that from people.
I will mail you an autographed empty booze bottle.
Yes, that's gonna solicit all the pictures.
It is. Just you wait and see.
Tag Blue Coal and we'll know it's you.
Yes, and you have to put hashtag Mago and hashtag Blue Coal to be eligible to win.
That's right. And I'll leave a drop of the booze in the bottom of the bottle. Oh, wait, no. Anyway, final episode of the evening. I think we're just cutting it close enough, but final episode of the evening is called The Creeper.
So Joe Biden?
Probably you, actually.
Hey, I'm a degenerate, not a creeper. There's a difference.
I mean, is there really?
Well, yeah, because a degenerate is all consensual. A creeper isn't. That's the distinction.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. We'll go ahead and start this going. This one does have ads, but I'm just going to cut through. We'll see if we can beat Nick Rackets to his show and finish ours on time tonight with all 4 episodes. So without further ado, hope everybody's doing all right. Let us know if there's any issues or anything. Keep going.
Seems to be saved by a Silvertown stop. The Shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard, as haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. The Shadow's true identity is known only to his constant friend and aide, Margot Lane. Today's story, The Creeper.
Is that you? Is the storm frightening you? Mother!
Be quiet. I won't hurt you. I'm just going to take you away. Away where nobody will ever find you. Nobody will ever find you. And you won't be lonely. There are other fine young ladies like yourself where I'm taking you. They were rich and beautiful, too. One. One.
What do you want?
Lamont, forgive me for making you rush over here to my apartment at this time of the morning. I just learned that something's happened to one of my dearest friends, Edith Day.
Edith Day? I remember her, Margot. Came out 2 seasons ago. Isn't she that beautiful little dark-haired girl I met at the Allenders?
Yes, that's the one, Lamont. Her mother just phoned me. She's frantic, terrified.
Now, Margot, suppose you compose yourself and tell me exactly what's wrong. Just as Margot Lane, my assistant in criminal investigation, would do if it was someone who meant nothing to you.
This is such a shock, Lamont. Edith's missing.
Missing?
Yes, she disappeared from her bedroom last night. There were signs of a struggle.
Where's the house located?
In the Mayfair district.
5-block section where all those recent robberies have occurred?
Yes, and 2 murders and 5 other disappearances.
That's right, but the paper said every block has a private guard and the finest burglar alarms have been installed in all the houses.
But Lamont, it's terrible. People just disappearing into thin air without a trace, without any clue as to what's happened to them. Something awful must have happened to Edith.
No ransom note?
No, nothing.
Police are there, of course.
Oh, yes, swarming all over the house. Commissioner Weston himself is conducting the inquiry. Mrs. Day asked me to come over here and stay with her, but I want to talk to you first. Oh, poor Edith.
Police must have searched the house, I suppose.
Yes, we talked about
He
him.
might have been carried across the rooftop.
No, the door to the roof was bolted and locked on the inside. It's equipped with a burglar alarm, too.
You go ahead and console Mrs. Day, Margot.
I was hoping you'd come with me.
Not at the moment, Margot.
But it's a case for you as a shadow.
Yes, Margot, the shadow will take a hand in this game of violence and death.
Dave, are you absolutely certain your daughter did not leave the house after midnight?
Yes. Yes, Commissioner Weston, you asked me that before.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, but come in. Callahan, the watchman's here, Commissioner. Have him come in.
Morning, Commissioner.
Callahan, your report shows you tried all the doors of this house every hour on the hour last night.
That's right. They were okay. They were all locked.
And nobody could have opened a door or a window in this house without setting off the burglar alarm in your agency's central office?
Yes, that's right, sir.
Then Miss Day must still be in this house. Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
Your men made a complete search all through the house?
Oh, yes, Commissioner, from top to bottom. But ain't a place we haven't looked with our butt. I mean, where Miss Day might be.
My poor baby. Oh, Edith, Edith.
Hello, Century Moving Company. This is Mrs. Claremont. I'm moving out of the Mayfair district. Yes, I want a van today. Yes, I'm moving to a hotel. I won't spend another night in this section.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Spence, but I'm giving notice. I've been your butler for 10 years, but also the things that have happened to Miss Mayfair.
Jake, about that Mayfair crime wave story. Make it hot. Pour it into Commissioner Weston. List the unsolved crimes. 2 known dead, 6 persons missing without a trace. Demand action. Results, smear it all over the front page. Go to town on it.
There you are, Margot.
Lamont, what on earth are you doing here in the public
I'm
library?
discovering things about this fair city of ours that I never knew before, Margot.
I don't understand, Lamont.
I'm trying to find Edith Day, Margot. It may seem a very roundabout way, but the police and the private detective agencies have proven the futility of direct methods.
Then you have discovered something. Oh, Lamont, what is it? And why did you come here to the public library?
Because I wanted to look up some old maps and records of the city.
But why? What could that possibly have to do with Edith's disappearance?
I'm not sure, Margot, but it may have everything to do with it. I'll show you something that may surprise you.
Lamont, what are you driving at? That's just an old map.
Exactly, Margot, an engineering map, a plan of the proposed water conduit, surveyed and laid out in the year 1896.
But Lamont...
Wait, Margot, I'll explain. This plan calls for a 12-foot water main from the West Park Reservoir to the Central District, a distance of 1.5 miles. Margot, 1 mile of that water conduit was built. Then the Spanish-American War came along and the project was abandoned. It was sealed up. It's all here in the old city records.
In some way, the whole project became lost in the tangles of official red tape and forgotten.
What are you driving at? I still can't see what this has to do with...
I'll show you in just a minute. Here. Here's a rough sketch of the Mayfair district, Margot, on tissue paper. I've marked the location of every house in that district where a murder, robbery, or abduction has taken place in the last 2 months. Here. Place it over this old map. Now, look. See what happens?
Why, Lamont, every one of those houses is located directly over that old abandoned water main.
Yes, Margot, and unless I'm badly mistaken, that is the answer to the disappearance of Edith Day, and it'll lead us to the solution of this crime wave in the Mayfair district.
Lamont, that water main must be way down underground. The police searched the basements of those houses. There'd have to be an entrance big enough for a man to get through.
I believe there is, Margot. It's the only possible answer. In every one of these crimes, the story's been the same. No one was seen going into the houses. No one was seen going out. The burglar alarms were intact, yet people vanished.
Oh, Lamont, only you're right. If there's still some chance Edith and those other poor people are still alive, down there in that abandoned hole in the earth. But who could do a thing like that, and why would they do it?
Must be the work of a monster, Margot. I checked up on the things that were stolen in the other crimes. Richly upholstered furniture, tapestries, paintings. Never any money or jewelry. Things you would ordinarily expect a thief to take.
Heavens, Lamont. You think someone's taken those things down into that black hole?
Yes, and he's taken something else that is doubly significant. Food. Storerooms have been stripped. Case after case of canned goods has been carried away, Margot. Food enough for 12 people. And if more than anything else convinces me that the people who vanished are still alive somewhere down there in a labyrinth of tunnels carved out of solid rock.
Oh, Lamont, if only you're right. There's only some way we can get down there.
I believe there is. I believe there is a way. A way the shadow can get down there with your help.
I'll do anything. Anything, you know that, Lamont.
Margot, I want you to go straight from here to Mrs. Day's. I want you to stay there tonight.
But what about you? Where will you be? Can't I do something to help?
Later, Margot, but don't worry. You walk through the door of the Day Mansion, the shadow will be with you. I'm sure that somewhere the wall, the floor, the basement of that house will yield the answer to this ghastly riddle. Billy! Anyway, I heard something down there in the cellar. Sort of a tapping sound.
Oh, don't go down there, Henry. Don't do it, I tell you. Henry, this house is giving me the creeps. I won't work here another day. I'm giving notice to Mrs. Day in the morning. She'll have to get another maid.
You're right. I don't hear nothing now. Maybe it was just imagining things after what happened last night. I'm a butler, not a detective. Mrs. Day insists on staying in this house. I'm needing her service, too.
Oh, shut the door, Henry. I can't stand to look to that door still. It's just...
Yes. You have good reason to be afraid to stay in this house. Unless I find what I'm looking for. This big stone slab has a hollow ring. This is it. This is the answer.
Oh, Margot, you don't know how much it means to me to have you stay here. All my friends want me to leave this house, but I can't. And the servants, they're afraid. I'm sure they'll leave tomorrow.
I'm glad I could be with you, Mrs. Day. But now, don't think any more about it, please. Try to get some rest. You're exhausted.
Well, I'll try, Margot, but I'm afraid I can't rest. All I can do is think of what's happened and what may be happening to Edith. Oh, my poor darling. Oh, so awful, Margot, not to know.
What's that, Mrs. Day?
Oh, it's the house phone in the hall, Margot. Will you answer?
Yes, I'll answer it right away. Try to get some rest, Mrs. Day, please. Hello?
Margot.
Yes, Lamont.
You come down to the basement immediately. Try to get here without being seen. The servant's gone to bed. Hurry, Margot.
Lamont, it's Margot. Where are you?
Right here, Margot. Be quiet as you can. I'll turn on my flashlight.
What have you found?
Come over here a minute. Look, that stone slab.
Then you were right, Lamont. This is how Edith was carried away, down through that hole. But how in the world did you get the slab up?
For quite a while, I found an iron bar. Be careful. Don't get too close to that hole, Margot. There's no telling how deep it is.
Lamont, now what are we going to do? Had we better notify the police?
No, Margot. Calling the police now might mean the death of every one of his victims, if they're still alive.
But suppose whoever's doing this heard you tapping down here, heard you lifting a stone. Suppose he's waiting for you down there in the dark somewhere.
I've got to risk that.
Oh, how will you get down? There's no ladder.
There's a heavy clothesline in the laundry room at the other end of the cellar. I noticed it when I was examining the walls in there. I'll get it.
All right, but I wish you had...
Ladies and gentlemen, before the Shadow's exciting adventure continues, I have...
Fucking boomer tech issues. Had to happen at least once. Had to happen at least once. We were doing so well. I had to fuck it up. I mean, that is what I do. Oh no, we're good. We're fine. I just boomer teching it up over here.
I was wondering if we were coming through.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Did you unmute us?
Yes, I unmuted us. You fuck.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention to what you were doing on your end.
Since when do you pay attention to anything? So we're actually making pretty good time. About 13 minutes left. There's about 13 minutes left to go. So we will finish. Yeah, we will finish this out and be ending right as Ricardo's supposed to start. Hopefully he'll be about 2 to 5 minutes late as usual. Late, gay, boomer, and muted. The best of ways, of course.
Oh, naturally.
We'll go ahead and finish this out. We'll do a brief goodbye at the end, and I appreciate everybody for coming out.
Yes, thank you, everybody. We have the best.
Your car and everyone in it will be safer if you ride on Goodrich, Safety Silvertown.
Did you hear that? Yes. Yes, do you know what it means? The creeper is bringing you another victim to keep us company in this living tomb. There was only something we could do. We could only get these chains off.
No, it's no use.
We're helpless.
Dr. Conrad, do you think there's any chance? Any hope?
We mustn't give up hope, Miss Day. Sooner or later, the police will trap the creeper, find the tunnel.
The police. Listen, all of you. Some of you have been here a day, a week, 2 weeks. I've been here 2 months. Nothing but that creeper and rats for company. Chained like an animal, half-starved. I thought the police would find me. I had hope, too, but now I know. We'll die here. We'll never get out. Never. Never. Never get out. Never get out.
You're telling me that with you. I can't stand anymore. I will.
What difference does it make? Sooner or later, the creeper will kill us all. We'll never see the light of day again. Never. Never see the
Why did you hit him? He didn't know what he was saying.
I had to. He's unconscious now, and it's better that way. Can't stand much more. Heaven help us if someone doesn't get us out of here soon.
Now, so you find out how I catch all the fine, beautiful ladies and bring them down here.
Wait, you don't have to put those chains on me. I won't try to get away.
Nobody gets away. Nobody ever gets away. Nobody knows about this old tunnel. I found it long ago.
How long have you lived down here? Who are you? Why have you crawled up into people's homes and dragged them down here? What have you done with them? You haven't killed them, have you?
No. Only one. And because he wouldn't talk to me, always kept trying to get away. I killed him so he wouldn't run away. But then there was no one to talk to. I got lonely. That was long, long ago.
But the others, and Edith Day, the girl you carried away last night, where are they?
Oh, you'll see them real soon. It's not far from here down the tunnel. A great wide place in the tunnel. It's like a big room. You shall see.
Wait, let me rest here a minute more, then I'll go with you.
No, you don't. You come now, quickly.
Don't! Let go of me. Let me tell you something. How do you know someone else won't find your hiding place just as I did? Hadn't you better go up and shaft and lower that stone?
No, you come now. tried to trick me. I'll come back and fix that when I change you up with the rest of them.
Maybe it's too late. Someone knows I'm here. He was in the basement when you pulled me down here.
Well, let him come. I'm not afraid of any man. All men are afraid of me. I make them afraid. I make them my slaves. They call me the Creeper. Creeper.
No. You are the Creeper. And all men fear you.
Where was that? Where was that? I heard laughter. A voice.
Yes, the laughter and voice of the shadow.
But there's no one here. I see no one, and yet
Someone is here. Someone you can't see. Someone who's not afraid of you. You're hearing the shadow.
Shadow? But shadows do not laugh. They do not speak. Oh, no. For years I have lived among shadows in the darkness.
Your crimes have found you out, Creeper.
The voice of a man. Why can't I see him? There's no place he can hide, not here.
I am here, close to you, Creeper. Even by the yellow light of your lantern, you cannot see me. Because I have the power to cast a shadow across your mind. A veil across your eyes.
No! No! It's like a dream. Like the dreams I used to have when I lived down here alone. I used to pretend. I used to talk to people. Pretend they talk to me.
No, Creeper. Those others who spoke to you were fantastic creatures of your imagination. I am here. Watch how close you. See? I was close enough to snatch that chain from your hand and throw it away. Now you are going to lead me to your other victims. Marco, get back. Get away.
No! Keep away from me. Keep away or I'll kill you.
Is that the gun you used to kill Haggerty, the night watchman, Creeper?
Yes, he almost caught me. Yes, I killed him. And I'll kill you.
Why don't you try? Why don't you shoot, Creeper?
If I could only see you, No, that doesn't matter. There's a better way. I can see the girl. Keep away from me, Shadow. You kick away or I'll shoot her.
You'll never have the chance.
Let go of me. You'll never thank me. Never. I told you. I told you I'd kill her. I told you, Shadow. Run. Margot. Oh, what a fool I was to expose you to this.
Did he get away?
No. I knocked him out, but not quite soon enough. Did he shoot you?
Nothing, Lamont, nothing. Bullet hit my shoulder. Only a flesh wound. I'll be all right. Find me to stay in the others, Lamont. Get them out of here.
No, Margot, that can wait. I've got to stop this flow of blood.
I'm all right. Let me get up.
No. Don't try to get up. Hold still. Till I get this handkerchief. Steady, Margot. Tight as tight. Best we can do is I get you to the doctor there. I've got to find some way of getting you back up that shaft.
No, please, Lamont. It's only a flesh wound, I tell you. The bleeding's almost stopped. I'll be all right. Just leave me here and go help the others. Lamont!
What?
The Creeper! The man's still there.
Yes?
He's gone. You said good.
Listen, I thought I'd knocked him out.
You've got to go after him. Now that he knows someone found his hiding place, he'll kill Edith. He'll kill all the people he's got down here.
I'm afraid you're right, Margot. I hate to leave you here like this.
Lamont, go on, please. I'm all right. I'll try to find a way to get up the shaft and notify the police.
All right, Margot. You think you can. There's a ladder, but be careful. It's old and rotten, and some of the rungs are gone.
I'll get out. I'll get help, but it may be too late unless you can find the Creeper and stop him from murdering those poor people he's dragged down into this awful pit.
I could only be sure which way he went.
He's going to take me that way, down the tunnel. Hurry, Lamont. Hurry. Take the land.
All right, Margot, but get out of here if you can. Notify the police. Tell them the Creeper shot you. Tell them you saw him escape down here through the cellar, but don't come back down here, Margot. There's no telling what may happen. What this fiend may do.
Look, the Creeper's come back.
Yes. Something's happened this day. Maybe the police have found this horrible place at last. His face is bleeding. His eyes.
Horrible, being chained up like animals.
We're helpless. If the police are coming, he'll kill us. I know he will. Wait. Going to that chair he calls a throne.
What did he say? Do something. Why is he standing there?
turning this way.
This happened all right.
I'm afraid something worse is going to happen.
Oh, nothing could be worse than this. Nothing. No.
Why don't you get it over with?
Oh, you can kill us and be done with it. Yes. Why don't I? Why don't I kill all of you? That's it. That's it. And you won't be able to take me away from my castle in the earth. So I have the dynamite, and it's all ready. All I have to do is light the fuse. That's it. That's it. That'll seal the tunnel, and we'll all die. But we'll all be together. I will be lonely.
It's too late for that, Creeper.
Shadow! So you followed me here?
Yes, Creeper.
Did you hear that? It's the Shadow.
Shadow! Listen to me, all of you. You have nothing to fear from me. Nothing to fear from the Shadow. I've come to help you. Get you out of this desert.
But you won't, Shadow. You'll never take them away from me. Look. Look what I have in my hand. See? Dynamite. Dynamite. I stole that, too. I knew that someday I might need it. Someday someone would come. But it'll kill us all. And it'll kill you, too, Shadow.
No, Creeper, I'm not chained. I can get away from you. Why don't you follow me? Follow my voice.
You're afraid, Shadow. You're running away, but you won't get far. You don't know this tunnel like I do.
Then follow me. Follow my voice, Creeper. Follow my voice.
I'm following you. You can't go much further. You've come the wrong way. Behind you is the end of the tunnel. The end of the tunnel. And the end of you.
Yes, this is the end of the tunnel. What are you waiting for, Creeper? Light the fuse. Now is your chance.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Now. Now is my chance. Now. You can't get away.
Throw the dynamite. Throw it, Creeper. Can't you guess where I am by the sound of my voice?
Yes. Yes. You're caught. You're caught, Shadow. With you out of the way, no one else knows except that girl. And I killed her. She can't tell. And I'll be safe. I'll be safe.
Yes, Margot, I know. I've read the papers. They gave the Shadow a very fine obituary, don't they?
Oh, but Lamont, so what really happened? When the police got there, Edith Day and Mr. Conrad and the others told them the Shadow arrived just as the Creeper was going to dynamite the place and kill them all. They said the Shadow tricked the Creeper into following him down the tunnel away from the others so they wouldn't be killed. And then there was an explosion. They said the Creeper and the Shadow were blown to pieces.
Do I look blown to pieces, Margot?
Oh, but Lamont, how did you escape?
The old trick of voice projection, Margot. Ventriloquism. Easy in that tunnel. The Creeper followed my voice, hurled the dynamite where he thought my voice was coming from. Ahead of him. All the time I was behind him. Far enough behind him to be safe.
Oh, I'm glad. Oh, I'm so glad, Lamont. I was afraid that this time was true, that the Shadow was dead.
No, Margot. As Mark Twain once said, the report of my death has been grossly exaggerated. The Shadow is still alive. Very much alive, as the criminal world has discovered, to its sorrow.
I'd just like to point out that this is at least the second instance of using high explosive to try and kill a single person. Hey, let's just be real here. The Shadow is a dude, so maybe throwing grenades and sticks of dynamite at him is not the preferred method of murder.
I mean, it's efficient, though.
Is it? It hasn't worked yet.
Well, okay, it's not efficient against the Shadow, but that's because he clouds the minds of men.
And can throw his voice.
Person, yes, literally, somehow. Because that's how sound waves work. But hey, if someone threw a stick of dynamite at me, I'd probably be fucked. I mean, let's be real here.
Well, I mean,
I can't cloud the minds of men.
Well,
Women
you can't.
maybe,
You
but
can't
not
call.
men.
Yeah, you can't call 911 on your rotary phone quickly enough.
True. Also that.
Anyway, I definitely want to thank everybody for coming out. Ixel Pierce, Danielle, Matt Christie, Melodati. I don't think Kimley made it here. I don't think Novel Bro came in. Captain Weep dropping in.
Is that everybody? I feel like
think
there was
so.
somebody else.
So we got Danielle, got Melodati, Matt Christie, Captain Weeb. And as always, thank you for doing the show with us. Ixel Pierce. we
My
got her.
pleasure.
Is it your pleasure?
It really is.
But anyway, definitely want to thank everybody. I think we might have the timing worked out on these. I'm going to see if I can get some clipping software and just pull the ads out of all the episodes so that we'll just do a break in between the episodes as opposed to during the ad break.
But we should at least open with a blue coal ad.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'll be able to single that out. I just haven't done that yet. Anyway, go ahead and jump over to Nick Rackett's stream if you're going to. Yep, Matt Christie, Nick's on. Linked in the chat. Thank you for that. And hope you folks have a good night. And with that, we will be out of here.
Good night, everybody.